and it's not just focusing on, let's say, playing on stage or in a club or pub. I mean, there are other opportunities. I'm interested also to see young songwriters come out to even write for let's say overseas singers and also to write to score film and TV even overseas, right? Because Singapore we've been doing quite well in promoting our filmmakers. So definitely, I mean, if our film industry is going to go to the next level, you're going to have better soundtrack writers and more of them around, and that's another avenue for musicians to do something else. You see.
Still, John tells me if you're passionate and willing to put in the effort, you can play gigs, tour overseas, and cut an album without losing a cent.
Some things where there are ways to kind of recover things back. If you don't count touring, which to my mind is an integral part of being in a band, then I think it is possible to, with enough hard work, it is possible to get it to a stage where, say, Plain Sunset, we're blessed enough to be able to say that we can actually arrange it so that it pays for itself. We, in a sense, that we are able to make back whatever we invested in the studio. We're able to make back enough to even plan for small projects, whether we want to go out or not. But it's not a situation where we can feed a family off yet. But I think it is possible. It does prove to me that if a band's willing to work, it is possible to at least not lose anything. I think that's definitely possible. But it just is a question of whether the band thinks stardom or that kind of recognition is overnight, or whether they realize that some of these things take years to build up.
And that means getting your music out there to the masses through playing gigs, marketing your album, and even getting radio airplay if you can, which can be tough if you're a new band who's still green behind the ears.
So you also need to have proper planning. So I think what a lot of our bands lack is called know-how or management. Like if you look at our local scene now, the two kind of so-called biggest English language bands are like Electrico and Great Spine. It's no coincidence that both of them have kind of managers, right? So they really know how to present themselves and get to the right people. So I mean, my understanding is that whatever they have spent on albums and things like that has come back. They've recovered easily and things like that, even though the budgets are not cheap.
Well, later we'll be talking to a record label owner and gig organizer Ridwan Abdul Ghani, who's been a pillar of support for many local bands here, as well as Don Richmond, a local musician and music producer who's carved a successful career for himself. So stay with us here on Point Blank.